Okay, today we're going to be talking about learning target 5, which is finding the area of a sector. So previously we've talked about how to find the length of an arc. For example, we could find the length of this arc, the intercepted arc created by this central angle. Today we're going to talk about how we could find the area of a sector. And you might be asking yourself, oh, I forgot what a sector is. What is that? A sector is a portion of the area of a circle. So what I just shaded in, that is called a sector. This sector in particular is formed by this 135-degree central angle. Remember, a central angle is an angle where the vertex is formed at the center of the circle. So let's call this circle A. This is point A, that's our center of the circle. So we have a 135-degree central angle, which creates this sector, this shaded region. And I want to know what is the area of that shaded region. Well, I could figure out the area of the circle and then take whatever fraction this part of the circle is and kind of relate that proportionally. So let's do that first. Let's find the area of the circle, and let's say that we are given that the radius of this circle is 5 centimeters. So we know our area of a circle formula is pi r squared equals pi r squared. Okay, and if we are dealing with the radius of 5, we have pi times 5 centimeters squared, which will give us an area of 25 pi centimeters squared. So that's the area of the whole circle. What we want to know is the area of just this sector, what's shaded in. Okay, so what I could do is figure out, well, what fraction of the circle do I have shaded? I have, of the 360 degrees total in our circle, I have 135 degrees shaded. And now I can relate that to the area of the circle. Whatever fraction this reduces to be, which we don't have to reduce it, it's going to be equal to, well, my total, if I'm looking at the part over the whole, this is really part over whole, 135 degrees is part of the whole 360 degrees. Well, I know that my whole area is 25 pi centimeters squared. What I don't know is how much is shaded, that part. Okay, so I have this proportion set up. I know the degree of the central angle over 360, and that's the part over whole, and that's related to the area of the sector over the total area of the circle. So those fractions have to be equal to each other. And now solving this, we know how to solve this. We can cross multiply to solve for x. So 360 times x will equal 135 times 25 pi centimeters squared. So let's figure out what that is. Type it into my calculator, which you can have in front of you. So I'm going to leave this answer in terms of pi. So I will still have 360 times x equals 135 times 25 is 3,375 pi centimeters squared. We'll go ahead and divide both sides by 360 to get x alone. And what we are left with is we'll round to the nearest 138 pi centimeters squared. And we can check and make sure that this should work. Well, if we look at 135 over 360, I see that that's just a little bit more than 1/3 of the circle. If a third of the circle is 120 degrees, then 135 degrees is a little bit more than 1/3 of the circle. So I can look at, well, the area total of the circle is 25 pi centimeters squared, and 9.38 pi is just a little bit more than 1/3 of the area of the circle. So those check out, and that is how you find the area of a sector.